Welcome to the Art of Action Figures. On this mini episode, we are going to count down my top 5 Dragon Ball SH Figuarts releases for 2023. Without further ado, let's just jump right in. Starting off, I have an honorable mention for the Super Saiyan Trunks and Super Saiyan Vegeta reissues or remastered versions. These are both really solid figures, and getting them out in stock again for $35 was a really smart move by Tamashii as they start to delve deeper into the Android saga. I actually really like the pearlescent Super Saiyan hair. I think it looks really good on these two. The colors on their Saiyan armor are really nice and vibrant. Some nitpicks. I don't love how Vegeta lost one of his faceplates to Android 19, and Trunks didn't come with his base form ponytail hair like the original. Kind of makes me wonder if it's going to be included with like Semi-Perfect Cell maybe, or something down the road, or maybe a Cell Saga Android 18. The $35 Figuarts are really good for having something on hand to pose around. The sculpts still hold up and look really good. The updated face prints are really solid as well. The articulation shows its age a little bit, but there's still a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. But you would be surprised how hard it is to get these two to sit down. But they are the honorable mention for 2023. At number 5, we have Turles. It's been a really good year for DBZ movie figures, and kind of got started off early in 2023 with Turles here. I'm a huge fan of and have a lot of nostalgia for the Dragon Ball Z movies. For whatever reason, Tree of Might is one that I never managed to catch during the original broadcasts, and I think I maybe saw parts of it, but I never saw the whole thing until much later. So I don't have as much attachment to Turles as some of the other movie villains, but I cannot deny this design looks fantastic. I am all about the classic Saiyan armor, and this is a figure that is honestly just so good. It elevates this character for me. The sculpting is phenomenal. This unique brand new energy effect looks fantastic. He comes with some really clever accessories to attach it, and sports some updated 3.0 Saiyan armor articulation, which is a huge upgrade over the 2.0 versions. Does a really great job supporting poses like this palms together pose. Accessories that he comes with, the cape, the fruit, all really solid. The only accessories that I'm a little bit surprised are not included are a couple of Saiyan essentials, namely an uncurled tail and a replacement ear. So he's permanently got the tail around his waist and the scouter on his ear. Not sure if he ever uncurls his tail or takes off his scouter in the movie. I don't remember that well, but I think those are always nice inclusions for Saiyan characters, so a little odd to see them missing here. But nobody makes taking a bite of fruit look quite as enjoyable as our number 5 Turles. At number 4, we have Second Form Frieza from Dragon Ball Z Namek Saga. This is a monumental figure. so tall you may need to adjust your camera height, and just such a well-built figure. His joints are all just so smooth and so stable. The range of accessories he comes with is fantastic. Shout out for the inclusion of relaxed hands, which are just all too often omitted and always nice to have. The facial expressions are phenomenal, and he's huge. So honestly, I wouldn't have minded if they took like 10% of his size and gave it to third form Frieza, but not gonna complain about a gigantic, extremely well articulated monster of a figure. And the only reason second form Frieza sits at number 4 really is the top 3 are just that good. Now, getting into the top 3, first up to the podium at number 3, everyone's favorite bathroom mirror, it's Metal Cooler. He came sliding in at the last minute, one spot ahead of his brother. I mentioned it's been a very good year for Dragon Ball Z movie figures, and this is the other one that I had in mind. My top 3 Dragon Ball Z movies were always Dead Zone, Fusion Reborn, and The Return of Cooler. I really love Dragon Ball Z sci-fi aesthetic, and this movie is just peak DBZ sci-fi with lots of great homage scenes and such a cool villain design. Great fight sequences, great villain design, great artwork. It's the first movie that Vegeta appeared in, and I was always a fan of that. Very mixed feelings about this figure so far. Pretty much from the moment he was announced, he was disqualified from being number 1 on my list, at least, just based on the chrome plating and what it does to the price for what is supposed to be an army building character. And it just lends a level of fragility to the figure that overall I could do without. I am very glad that they fixed one of the issues that I had with the figure when it was announced, which is the color. He is supposed to be teal. I'll have a review for this figure coming out soon where I will explain why he's supposed to be teal. He came out with a beautiful teal finish, which I'm not even sure you can see. Ultimately, I would like a figure of Metal Cooler that I wasn't afraid to touch. It's my favorite form of cooler. He may not be hand candy, but he definitely is eye candy. Still really an outstanding figure. Sporting kind of best of 3.0 articulation. So far, I haven't seen the hips done as well as this. Similar to second form Frieza, I'm not in love with the tail. We'll talk about that in the review. Love the accessories that he comes with. Again, he's got some really cool like gesture hands. He has the running Future Man hands. I think the only things missing are maybe a pair of gloves, but I love that they included the regenerating arm, and it is such a cool effect. That's one of my favorite parts, where his arm's taken off and all these wires pop out and kind of assimilate into a new shiny metal arm. Just an excellent figure. Number 3, Metal Cooler. At number 2, here's where character bias kicks in. It is the boy from the future, Trunks. And I know this figure had a shaky release, but Future Trunks is my favorite character in DBZ. He's like all the good qualities of Gohan, Bulma, and Vegeta rolled into one. Yeah, this is just such a phenomenally sculpted and extremely well articulated figure. And he definitely has some quirks, but it hasn't really hindered my enjoyment that I've been able to get from this figure. I've always loved sword-wielding action figures, and especially nowadays with modern shoulder designs, and this Trunks has some of the best shoulders out there, so I've still been able to have a lot of fun posing him around. I love that he includes the base form hair and the Super Saiyan hair. I do wish that at least one of them had a smiling face. Alternate bangs are a great idea, and like I said, some of the best posability of any Dragon Ball Figuarts. At number 2, second place for 2023, Trunks, the boy from the future. And while numbers 2 and 3 on the list were very close, number 1 was not. Crashing into the number 1 spot with a heavy meteor strike, it's the legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Number 1 has been Goku's for the taking pretty much when he was announced, and once I got him in hand and just felt how well built and smooth and sturdy this figure turned out, safely secured. And in a year where Figuarts has put out some incredible figures, legendary Super Saiyan Goku still stands ahead of the rest. The number 1 Dragon Ball SH Figuarts for 2023. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Next up, I'm working on an overall top 10 figures from any line in 2023. So look for that one to come out soon. I'll also be putting out the review for Metal Cooler and Jada Toys Mega Man in the near future. So stay tuned for those, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.